Okay, yogis, so let's get started in a Shavasana position to begin with. I want you to take your feet wide, spin your palms to face up, and just start to relax the shoulders, soften the spine, close down the eyes. And right away, coming into the Ujjayi breath here. Breathe in through the nose, out of the nose. Again. Nice and soft here. Slow down the breathing. We'll take 2 more here. Feel the rib cage, feel the belly rise. Exhale, let everything go. Last one, biggest one yet. Feel free to keep the eyes closed, but just go ahead and zip the legs up. And then nice and slow, giant breath in. Exhale, right knee comes up in towards the chest. I want you to interlace the fingers over the shin and then flex your left foot. Breathe it in. Breathe it out, give it a good squeeze. So feel the compression here on the lower organs as your spine gets a little longer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine you're standing on the back wall here with your left foot, so flexing that foot hard. Breath in. Breath out. Draw the knee in a bit closer, drop the shoulder blades back, and tuck the chin. One more. Using the right hand, you'll just peel the right knee open to the right. I want you to take your left hand on top of your left hip and shift your gaze over to the left. So we're opening up this right hip joint here, inside and outside. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. 2 more. As you exhale, you're able to pull that knee open a little wider and keep pulling that left hip point down. Inhale, bring it back up and through. Just switch hands. So now your left hand is going to draw the right knee across the body and then just open up through the right side here, looking over your right fingertips. Breathe it in and out. Draw the right shoulder blade to touch the mat behind you. And then soften here through the core. 1 more. Inhale, everything comes back up to the middle. Give your right knee a bit of a squeeze here, and then go ahead and release. And we'll just shake that out through the legs. Breathe it in. Exhale, left knee pulls up in towards the chest. Same thing, flex the right foot, draw the shoulder blades back as you tuck the chin. Long spine, and you're getting longer with each inhale. Maybe see if you can start to scoop the tailbone up towards the sky here. Draw the knee in closer. One more. Left knee pulls out to the left. Right hand on the right hip point. Gaze goes right. Breathe in. Release any tension or any clenching here on that left hip point. Soften your gaze or close the eyes. And your right hand is really just here to pull your right hip down even more. So sometimes it just kind of wants to roll up. We really want to keep actively opening. Let's take one more breath here. All right. Left knee comes up towards the midline. Right hand pulls it across. We want to move nice and slow here. Really feeling the stretch as we move. Extend that left arm out. Look left. One more here. Inhale, move it to center. Exhale, give it a squeeze. Lengthen your left leg out long. A little bit of a shake here. And then nice deep breath in. Exhale, right leg nice and long up to 90 degrees. Take your hands to the outside of the thigh. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Peel your head and chest up, away from the floor. Flex your left foot. Point your right toes. Elbows will go wide. As you draw your stomach muscles in, you start to pull your leg in a bit closer. Breathe it in. And out. One more. All right, lowering the back down to the ground. Bend your right knee. Take your peace fingers on your right hand, loop them to the inside of your right foot, and then again, taking your left hand to that left hip point. I want you to press your right heel up towards the sky. Drop your right shoulder back, and then nice and slow, lowering your straight right leg over to the right side. Now notice if I'm not using my hand here, my left hip rolls completely away from the ground. I don't want that to happen, so I want to keep pulling that down. And then just using my right leg as a gauge, seeing how far I can actually go. Keep pulling that left shoulder point down as you look left. Breathe it in. And out. Right leg comes back up. If you want to go ahead and give it a little bit more of a bend here, you're switching hands, but the left hand is now coming to the knife edge of your right foot. And then your right arm is going out to the right. Kick that right heel up and away, nice and slow. Lower it over to the left side. Now your leg can be slightly bent here, and you just want to work through that IT band here. So stretching out the side of the leg, kicking through the heel. The leg does not need to be completely straight, like I said, but just finding your edge here. Gaze is right. Breathe it in, and breathe it out. One more. Try to relax. Bringing everything up towards the center. Carefully releasing. Arms long by the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg goes up. Hands come to the outside of the leg. Breathe in. Exhale. Peel the head and chest up. Point the left toes. Flex the right foot. Elbows go wide. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the core. Lift the chest. Two more. Lowering our shoulders down to the ground. Bend the leg. Scoop your peace fingers around the inside of your left foot. Right hand on the right hip. Extend through the heel. Drop your shoulder back. Breathe it in. Exhale to open. Gaze goes right. Right hip down. Inhale. Exhale. Finding peace here in this position. I know easier said than done, but we're trying to just send some breath up and down that left leg while opening the hip. You've got one more breath here. Everything up towards the middle. Slight bend through the left leg. Right hand to the knife edge of your left foot. Left arm goes left. Breathe it in, kick away. Breathe it out. Stretch it over to the right. Kick through the heel. Gaze is left. Keep breathing. We've got one more. All right, everything up towards the middle. Release it long, arms along the sides, palms facing up. Close down the eyes, breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze the knees into the chest. And if you want to go ahead, maybe reach for opposite elbows. Give yourself a giant hug here. Maybe even peel your forehead up toward your knees and rock it out from side to side. Inhale, lengthen your spine out. And go ahead, just crisscross the ankles. Take your hands behind your hamstrings. We'll rock and roll up and down the length of our spine just because it feels really nice. And then eventually coming all the way up to seated position. I'll spin to you guys. Soles of the feet come together. We're coming into a variation of Baddha Konasana here, where your knees are going to drop out nice and wide. And I want you to start to pull your heels in a little bit closer. Take your hands to the outsides of the feet and start to peel your feet open like a book. So now you can actually press the soles of the feet down so that the top of the feet are actually making a connection here with the mat. You'll inhale, lengthen up, drop the shoulders. Exhale, round through the spine as you tuck your chin, starting to bring the crown of the head now down towards the big toes. Don't forget the Ujjayi breath here. That's going to help you fold. Sending the breath up and down the length of the spine. And we really want to take our time here in these poses because we want to reap the benefits of this immunity boosting sequence. So as we start to detox the organs and stretch out the limbs, you'll start to notice you become a little bit lighter in the body. But that involves staying in these poses for upwards of 5 to 10 breaths even. And really just taking our time. Finding softness in the body and ease of breath. Quiet everything down. And then just notice where your mind goes when you're here in this hip opening pose. Are you able to stay present? Are you able to remain positive? Keeping the chin at the chest, nice and slow. We'll stack the vertebrae, coming all the way back up. Your head will be the last thing to roll up. We'll crisscross the ankles, and then just sit up nice and tall. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Sit up taller, breathe in. Breathe out, look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, let's just switch hands. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, center, switch. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming through to center, extend the arms up. Exhale, peeling them open to the sides. Goalpost the arms, lift your chest up, lift your gaze up, draw the stomach in, really open the elbows as wide as you can. And then nice and slow, inhale, stretch them high. Exhale, hands to heart. Planting the palms down at the front of the mat. And I want you to step back into a high plank. Spread those fingers, breathe it in. And breathe it out. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, press it back. So just making a little bit of a movement here through the ankle. It's rolling forward onto the tippy toes, pressing back through the heels, keeping the hips level with the shoulders. Roll it forward, press it back. One more. Come back to your plank. Lower down into a forearm plank. Interlace the fingers. Hips are low, core is squeezing. Roll over to your right side. Come back through center. Roll over through your left side. Back to center. Right, center, left, center. One more each side. Lower the hips down. Release the feet. Arms along the sides. Right ear to the ground. Breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale, switch ears. Inhale. Back through the center. Big toes touching. Interlace the fingers behind the spine. Draw the palms together. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, lift the legs. Big toes are still connected. Heels are wide. Now inhale, start to lift the knuckles up and away from your low back. And then go ahead, start to lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Draw the belly button in, and your gaze is down right underneath your face. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Inhale, lift a bit higher. Exhale. One more. Nice and slow. Lower all the way down to the ground. Bring the fingertips right underneath the shoulders. Press it back to a child's pose. 2 rounds of breath. And pressing the mat away from you so you can get those hips to go back as far as they'll go. Inhale, roll forward high or into your tabletop, and then go ahead and just tuck your toes, press back so that now you're stretching through the soles of the feet. Lift the knees slightly, looking down between the thumbs. Breathe it in. Exhale, up and back. Down dog. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here, nice and slow, keeping the heels extremely heavy as you roll your outer armpit down towards the ground. The hips will glide up even higher. Breathe it in and out. Last 2. Inhale, lift those heels, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees a ton, step it forward. Big toes touching. Inhale, flat back, bring your fingertips to the mat or on your shins. Exhale to fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale to fold. Take your hands back behind your legs. Plant the palms on the calves. Inhale, just straighten out the spine a bit as you look down. Exhale, apply pressure onto the calves. Rock your weight into your toes and fold. Now bringing that forehead close to your knees as you can here, drawing the stomach muscles in and wrapping your arms around your legs. Let's take 3 rounds of breath. Release those arms. Unravel all the way up to stand. That felt nice. Shoulders to the ears. Round them down the back. Palms face out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Palms meet. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Fold it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back. High plank. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground, nice and slow. Untuck the toes, walk the hands back. Elbows are lifted. Now press down through the tops of the feet, lift the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee pulls in towards the nose. Keep that core engagement. Then go ahead, release the right foot down in between your hands. Drop that back heel. Warrior 1, reach the arms high. Exhale, get low. Inhale, extend up, square the hips. Exhale, pressing down equally through both feet. 2 more. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, pivot. Warrior one now to the back of your mat. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, get heavy. Just a couple more. Inhale to straighten. Now pivot to the side of your mat. Bring your big toes in towards one another. Separate the legs really wide so that the heels are facing out. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, swipe those arms down as you fold between the thighs. I want you to now just take your hands right underneath your face. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, drop it low. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Staying here. Dropping more weight up towards the toes. Maybe you can even start to lift the heels a little bit. Continue to fold. And there's a tiny bend right here through the knees. We don't want to lock those babies out. So keep them nice and straight. But then just go ahead and let the knees come forward slightly. One more breath. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pivot to the front of the mat. Frame your front foot. Step it back. We're coming through a vinyasa here, so feel free to modify wherever you can. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, pull your chest up and through. Exhale, down dog. Right away, the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step that left foot down. Drop the back heel. Use the core, extend the arms. Warrior one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pivot. And lower. Breathe in. And out. Straighten those hips. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pivot to the side of the mat. Separate the legs extra wide. Toes are in. Inhale, long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop it. Again, inhale. Exhale, low. Now, if you'd like to take your hands maybe to the outsides of the ankles, the feet, or the calves, you can always get that stretch here too. Taking the elbows really wide, starting to pull the chest in through the thighs. And then again, tilting forward so that you can feel the back and the sides of the legs opening up. Chin to chest. Couple more. Hands back underneath the face. Let's lift the chest up. Walk the hands forward. Frame that front foot. Step it back, high plank. Let's go through a flow or meet in down dog. Two rounds of breath. Get those heels up, guys. Draw the low belly in. All right. Right leg goes high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step it through. This time, drop the back heel and cartwheel your hands all the way up. Warrior two. Straighten out the spine. Get a bit lower. Gaze over the front middle finger. And breathe. Let's go ahead, flip our warrior. Reach that right hand up and back. As your gaze goes up, you stay low through the front thigh. Nice and slow, come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Let's pivot. Right foot's now at 90 degrees. Left foot is facing the back of the mat. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, breathe it in. Exhale, exalt. Inhale, come back. Exhale, straighten the leg, pivot to the side of the mat. This time you'll interlace your hands behind your low back, draw the palms together, open the chest, stand tall. Inhale. Exhale, keep that chest wide as you hinge forward. The toes are somewhat in right here. It's just a little bit easier to balance and open up the sides of the legs as well as the back. And then just start to lift the knuckles up and away. Drop them down and back. 5 breaths. Knuckles to the low back first. Release the hands underneath you. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, pivot to the front. Step that right foot back. Vinyasa or down dog. Nice and slow with control. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, left side. Warrior two. Flip that front palm, breathe in. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg, pivot to the back. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, breathe in. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten that front leg, hands on your hips. Pivot those toes to face in and really separate the feet wide. Inhale long. Exhale, hinge. Stop halfway. Tilt the weight forward. Breathe in. Exhale to fold. Hands underneath the face, or take any variation you like. You can also set yourself up for a tripod headstand if that's in your practice. And you'll just start by all right, when you're ready to come out of this, you'll just lift your chest up halfway. Exhale, walk your hands to the front. Frame your front foot. Step it back, high plank. Option to flow or down dog. hands down onto the ground. Let's go ahead, untuck the toes. Settle it back to a child's pose. And then just reach back for the heels. Let the shoulders get really heavy. Allow the chest to melt over the thighs. Feel free here to lift the hips up. Tuck that chin in towards your chest. Draw the stomach muscles in, straighten the arms. Start to rock the weight forward. Nice and slow, lower the hips. Let's plant our hands down on the ground. And then go ahead and just lift our chest. We'll roll the shoulders out here. Out through the mouth. One more. Kick the legs out in front. And then just go ahead, lower yourself all the way down onto your back. And we'll finish similarly to the way we started. So pull your right knee up in towards your chest. Exhale, squeeze. Flex that left foot, drop the shoulders back. Breathe it in. And out. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee across the body over to the opposite side. Extend that right arm wide. Now notice any differences here now compared to how it felt on your first round. Are you more open, more relaxed? Are you panting a little bit harder? 2 more breaths. Inhale to center. One last squeeze. Lengthen out the leg. Other side. Pull it across. Extend the arm. Inhale to center. Squeeze it in. Extend it long. Shavasana. Arms along the sides, palms facing up. Rock those shoulders underneath you. And go ahead, settle it down. Breathe in. And out. I'm doing a little bit of a scan here, starting with the toes. Are you able to relax the big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe? Relax the ankles, the calves, the shins. Soften the knees, the thighs, your glutes and your hips. Soften the pelvis, your spine. Relax your core, your shoulders, arms, hands. Breathing more space across the chest. Sighing everything out. Nice and soft through the face. Maybe even peel the lips apart. Finding your natural rhythm of breath. Thank you for choosing to spend a few moments of your day with me today. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.